Hello everyone, welcome back to Signing Spiritually. I'm super excited to have you here today. Today we are going to be learning about the 6th day of creation. I'm going to put up a video from the Deaf Bible app. And once again, I do not own the rights for this video, but I'm going to be using it for educational and informational purposes. There's that disclaimer. And God said, "Let the land produce living creatures according to their kinds, the livestock, the creatures that move along the ground, and the wild animals, each according to its kind." And it was so. God made the wild animals according to their kinds, the livestock according to their kinds, and all the creatures that move along the ground according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image and in our likeness, so they may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground." So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God he created them, male and female he created them. God blessed them and said to them, "Be fruitful and increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it, rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, and over every living creature that moves on the ground." Then God said to them, "I give to you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit and seed in it. They will be yours for food, and all of the beasts of the earth, and all of the birds of the sky, and all of the creatures that move along the ground. Everything that has breath and life in it, I give every green plant for food." And it was so. And God saw all that he made, and it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning on the 6th day. The 6th day has a lot that happens. So first, God, he created all of the animals of the land, and all the wild animals, and all of the different animals that we typically take care of, the livestock like the cows, the sheep, the horses, different things like that. And God, he also made all of the animals that move along the ground, that can like slither along or crawl along. Then God made mankind in his likeness, his image, with the same spirit. And God made both man and woman. Then God blessed the two of them. He blessed the man and the woman and told them that they need to produce children and make families so that they can grow the population of the earth and fill the earth with more people. God, he also told them that they needed to rule over all and take care of all of the animals and the plants that are here on earth. It was their responsibility to take care of and to rule over everything here, all of the animals and all of the plants. So God, he uses the word every whenever he is telling them that they need to take care of every animal and rule over every animal here. So God, then he gave us plants to be able to eat, and fruits and vegetables, different plants that we are able to eat that have seeds in them so that we can eat them and have food. And God, then he gave us fruits and vegetables that have seeds inside. And then God, he also gave to all of the animals. He gave them different plants that they would be able to eat, and different green vegetables, green fruits, green plants, just different things like that. And he gave that for the animals for their food as well. So we are going to be looking at these different events that happen. And I'm going to throw out a lot of numbers real quick, okay? So we need to understand how many different kinds of species that we have and just understand God and his amazing creative glory and his just awesome intelligence. So when God, he created all of the animals of the land, he made roughly 6.5 million different kinds of animals. That is a lot. And remember, that is only the species. That is not how many different animals live within that family or that category of that species in that specific animal. So that specific species, they have different kinds. For example, cats. We have the species of cats, but we don't just have one cat. I myself have 3 alone, so we have many different kinds of cats that are within that species, right? So we have so many different animals, just an immense number of animals here on this earth. And more are born every day. Now, if you don't like bugs, I recommend skipping ahead about 10 seconds, okay? So for bugs alone, we have 10 quintillion. Yeah, quintillion bugs here on planet Earth. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely insane. That is ridiculous. How many different bugs that we have? Oh my goodness. So scientists, they've also identified about 5,400 different mammals that we have here on Earth. So mammals, those are creatures that can provide milk to their young. So for example, cats, dogs, humans, horses, cows, the list goes on and on. There's many different kinds. We also have about 11,940 different kinds of reptiles here on Earth. For example, that would be lizards, snakes, turtles, alligators, and then we have our amphibians, and the sign for that's amphibians, and we have about 6,000 different species for amphibians. Amphibians include frogs and toads. It also includes newts and salamanders. And both of those, they enjoy living near or in the water a lot of the time, but sometimes they also live outside of water too. They enjoy wet environments. Scientists also believe that 86% of land animals have not yet been discovered. 86%! That is amazing. So we still have a lot of searching and discovery that we need to be doing to find all of the different species of animals that we have here on Earth. That's amazing. And in the ocean, we have roughly 91% that have not yet been discovered. 91%! Oh my goodness, that is absolutely amazing. So there's still a lot of different kinds of animals that we have yet to discover. That just astonishes me. So that amazing diversity and complexity of each individual species, that is amazing. For me, that shows that we have to have a holy and divine, intelligent creator. We need to have someone to make everything because of how complex and unique each individual species is. We need to have God. We need Him. There's just so many different kinds of animals. And now a lot of scientists, they believe that humans, animals, plants all started from a single cell. Now, how that first cell happened, they don't know. So scientists, they've tried many times over many years of studying and research. They've been trying to make that first cell in their perfect testing environments, right? With all of the correct chemicals that are needed to make the first cell, that beginning building block for life. But they can't. Now, why not? They have the perfect testing environment. They have all the correct chemicals that they need. Everything should be working together to be able to make that first cell, right? No, it's not. So they're starting to panic. They're starting to realize that that evolution theory, it doesn't work. Now, they're not letting everyone know it's not working. They're not doing that. They're really private about it. But some scientists who have been leaders in their scientific community, who believe in creation, have seen that happening. So you can look at some videos from Answers in Genesis, and they have different scientific leaders that have been working in that area of expertise and studying those fields, and they are seeing that happen where it is not being successful. Even in their perfect testing environments, the perfect amount of chemicals to be able to make that foundational cell happen, it's not working. And they can't make it happen. Why would that be? The answer is simple. We have to have a creator. That is the only way that our world can become as complex and unique as we have today. We need to have a creator for the DNA to become complex and unique for each individual animal, each individual species, each individual human. We need to have a creator. It's simple. Now, a lot of scientists, they refuse to believe that, but some do believe that. And some have been looking into it, studying and researching it for a long time. And they've started to realize, wow, with how complex everything is, we need to have a creator. We just need that. And that's some scientists who have been working in that field of study and trying to figure out how that perfect DNA can happen, how that first cell can happen. And they've realized that we need to have a creator. It's an absolute must. And that just gives me goosebumps all over. So for me, science and creation, they don't contradict. For me, science and creation, they actually work together and are beautiful. And I believe that God, He created science. And science is our way to be able to discover those clues and learn more and more information about our Creator. And I just really enjoy studying all the different fields of science. It's absolutely eye-opening. Every time I research more and more, I become more and more confident that we absolutely had to have a creator. We had to. There's just no way that all of these mutations and mistakes could cause everything to become as perfect as it is, and how complex and unique. We need to have a creator. We just absolutely need to have God. It is an absolute must. Now humans, mankind, we were made to rule over and subdue the different animals and the different plants here on Earth. So what does that mean, to subdue? So subdue means that we are supposed to control and support and take care of the different animals and plants here on Earth. Now, we are supposed to help everything to be able to thrive, to grow, to take care of everything. In the beginning, way back when, at the beginning of creation, we weren't actually supposed to eat animals. Well, how do I know that? Well, it tells us in the Bible. It tells us that God, He gave us what for food? Did He give us animals? No. He actually gave us plants, fruits, and vegetables. When did that change happen? Well, that change, it happened when sin entered into the world, and it came here. That destroyed the perfect plan that God had in His initial design. So the sin caused that to happen. And we will learn more about that soon. That will be after we finish this video series. So we will learn about the Garden of Eden and man and woman, Adam and Eve. And we will also learn about what happened to cause that sin to enter in to this perfect paradise that God had designed. We will learn about that soon. Anyway, so we started to realize that we don't eat meat. We were not made to eat animals. So one of my absolutely favorite fun facts that I recently learned is that scientists, they are just now discovering that T-Rexes, you know, the big, scary dinosaurs that roamed the earth, and they had those giant gnashing teeth, they didn't eat meat. And scientists, they're just now realizing that their teeth, how the teeth of the T-Rex were made, was for plants. It was for scavenging for plants, for fruits and vegetables, and sometimes scavenging for dead animals too. But the scientists, they are learning that the T-Rex started and it was made to eat fruit and vegetables. And I just think that is so funny because we always think of the T-Rex as this massive, terrifying, teeth-gnashing creature. And then really it's just searching for little berries to eat and to chomp on. And it just eats the little berries. I just think that just makes me laugh so much. This is just so funny. And that just shows and points to God and in his original design for this world. And God, he did not make the T-Rex to eat meat. And God, he actually made the T-Rex to just search for fruits and vegetables. I just love that so much. It is one of my favorite recent fun facts that I learned. It's just so funny. Because we just always think that the T-Rex is this massive, terrifying dinosaur with all the gnashing teeth, but really it's just searching for little fruits and vegetables, and it's just looking along and going about so that I can eat on them. Just love it. I love it so much. Anyway, so the T-Rex, their teeth, the way that they're made, it shows that it's made for eating fruits and vegetables. And that proves God's original design for us, and it was not to eat meat. Now it's different, and now we are able to eat meat. But that happened after sin entered into the world. So in the beginning, and God's original design, it was for us to eat vegetables and fruits and different plants, and to eat that. So the T-Rex, it just shows God's original design, and in the beginning, in the Garden of Eden. So we are going to be learning more about the Garden of Eden 2 weeks from now. But for next week, we are going to be learning about the last and seventh day of creation. If you want to continue learning more about creation and the Bible in general, you can subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, you can let me know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, you can leave a like. And I hope to see you next week. Remember, love like God loves you. Bye. Love you.